What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video in which I will be doing a Q&A, answering all your questions that you guys responded to on Instagram. And this is just a video for you guys to get to know me a little bit more, get to know me personally, my personality, who I am as a person. And I have a special guest which I am featuring in today's video, which is mi madre. My actual real name is Catherine. I go by Itgyalkat, so you guys can address me as such. But let's start these questions. Ma, is there anything you would like to implement?
Nope.
Alrighty.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it.
So first question is, where are you from?
So I am from Manhattan, New York. I was born and raised in New York. In terms of like my nationality, excuse me, I am Bayesian, African American, and I am also Irish. So there's a little mix up there, but...
And Native American Indian.
Oh yes, and Native American Indian as well too.
That's me too. Okay. Next question is, Kat, what are some of the things that inspire you to be great?
Some of the things that inspire me to be great, I would definitely say, is my family. My family plays a big part in me just wanting to achieve, to do better, to really just stay motivated and focused. Also, a number one factor for me too is just my future. I always envision myself to have a very bright future. Also, be able to take care of those around me, you know, once I do step into my light. I would say too, like, just the idea of when eventually I do decide to have a family of my own is very important for me, to lay down a foundation before I do decide to, you know, bring children into the world.
So what would you consider your greatest inspiration of all?
I would say my greatest inspiration of all would be definitely my mom.
Aww. Get a hug.
No, but anyways.
Y'all see how she treats me?
But I'm playing.
I want your hug.
My mom is definitely one of my biggest inspirations, just because of the fact that she is the prime example of a strong, independent, black, beautiful woman. And she's always taught me how to be independent, always taught me to make sure to go after whatever it is you want in life, and that you must work hard for what you want in life, and not to depend on no man, not to depend on nobody for anything. I think she's always done great with setting that example for me, and, you know, as well as my brother.
This next one is a good one. This is interesting. I want to know the answer to this myself.
What? All right, so it got cut off, but
we're back.
Basically, I'm still answering the question on whether or not is it possible if I could find my soulmate in the DM. It's tricky because everything is basically now on the internet, and I'm more of a person who I like to meet somebody based off natural first contact, because I really get a good vibe from people off of first impressions, I guess. So it's a way for me to be able to like read into your character, like who you are as a person, you know, what's your energy, what's your vibe. Because one thing about me, I don't fuck with demons, so I'm just saying, if you come, right, if you battling some demons, stay afar. That's all I'm saying.
So the next question is, who are your top 5 artists in the game right now?
Oh, I have a lot of artists that I like. So number one for me, of course, is gonna be Drake, Champagne Poppy himself, because he's so fucking fine. But yes. But Drake is number one for me. The next artist for me would have to be Brent Faiyaz. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I don't know if it's Fayez or Fayed. I don't know. But his name is Brent Fayez, and I love his music. Third one would be, for me, Queen Naja. I love Queen Naja. I think she's really talented. Her voice is phenomenal. Amazing. My fourth one would have to be Jen Aiko.
What?
Aiko.
I'm saying it like I don't know how to pronounce it, but Jen Aiko. In terms of like female rappers who I'm really, really heavily fucking with right now is Mulatto.
So the next question is, aw, what do you love about your mom the most?
There's so many things I love about my sweet mother. Now, let me stop. The number one thing that I love about my mom is that she is the most giving, selfless person. My mom is the type of person, she puts herself last and she puts her family first. And there's nothing in this world that my mom would never do or stop to do when it pertains to her family and her loved ones. And that's the number one thing that I respect and adore about my mom, is that the fact that she's such a giving, selfless person. And I respect that about her, and I love her for that.
Thank you, daughter. And I also feel like that is what's lacking in the world today, very much.
Yes. See? And that's one of the things that we talk about a lot too, is the fact that so many people in this world are very self-centered. They're all about what they could get out of you. They come with ulterior motives, hidden agendas. And I think that's why I go so hard in terms of like when it pertains to like loyalty, and then when it pertains to like genuine, authentic people, like I aim for that so much because of the way that I was raised and my upbringing. And that has a lot to do with both my parents. I was always raised on love, and with that being said, there's no other way in which I could perceive, myself to be, as being a selfish individual and like, just thinking the world revolves around me. Like, no.
Yeah.
That's not my memo. That's not my style at all.
Harriet!
Right.
But
true.
yes.
That is true.
But thanks to Mama Bear and my father, of course, too. Thanks to him.
Yes. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad our investment is paying off.
Investment, wow.
Moving along. Next question is, what is one good habit and one bad habit that you have? Ooh.
When I answer this question, I want my mom to answer too, because she knows me like the back of my hand. Of course.
You want me to be really
yes,
honest?
I want you to be on. I want her to be honest.
Get your tea ready. Get your tea ready, 'cause this is gonna be a good one.
Let's start off with the bad. The number one bad habit that I need to work on, I tend to stray away from conflict. And I think it's a good and it's a bad thing because of the fact that I feel personally it's bad when you have to face shit. Like when there's things going on in your life and you're dealt with, things that are going to derail you, you have to face that. And for me, I always find it troublesome, and I find it so hard to face conflict because I'm just very more so about like, I want to keep the peace and I want to make everybody happy. And
well, you're a Libra.
Yes, I'm a Libra, so I mean,
trying to
I'm
keep
always
the scales balanced.
Exactly, and I'm always trying to focus on the positives in everything. And I think where I go wrong with doing that is that sometimes, it puts me in situations where if I do feel like that's being crossed, if my sanity, if my peace is being fucked with in a sense, I have a hard time letting people know that, and I really need to work on it because I get to the point where I allow it to fester. It builds up. If you're a Libra, you can relate with me. And then it's like boom, a whole explosion comes out of nowhere, and then everybody's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. But it is something that I'm working on, so it's a whole thing to that. But yeah.
Well, with some bad always comes some good, and it can be good and bad. You just have to know when to
exactly
use it and switch it on and off. So what is your one good habit?
I would say my one good habit is that I am very kind. I'm a very kind person. I'm genuine. And anything that I do is always from the kindness of my heart. And I have a big heart. And I think that's where sometimes, like, I get caught up into the good of something, and I get caught up into the bad of something as well, too. Because I have such a big heart, I just want to, like, give away all my love to everybody in the world, and it's just like sometimes I have to realize that not everyone is deserving of it. But I love it about myself. I would never change that for nobody, no situation, nobody in the world. I'm gonna still stay true to who I am always. So that's number one for me.
Good.
Yeah.
So you want me to say what I think your good and bad habit?
Yeah.
One. Oh, well, you want me to start with the bad?
Yeah, let's see about the bad first. Get that out the way.
She farts out loud, like, in front of you. Like, that is so annoying. But I think she gets it from me, though.
Exactly. How you gonna talk about me? You don't want to be belching and farting and passing gas. Like, what?
Listen, what comes in must go out.
Oh gosh, now this. Anywho.
Anyway, so your one good habit. Well, you have more than one good habit, and I would have to agree with you and second that on your kindness, your humbleness, your sweetness. You just emanate that. And, a lot of people tend to notice that, like you have a good aura, about you. And I think people feel very comfortable in your presence and, talking to you because you're very welcoming in that way.
Thank you. I like that response. Thank you, mother.
What's the truth? I'm going to tell her like it is.
And she's a Virgo, so you already know. Virgos are quick to let somebody know and check somebody's ass in a quick flash second. Okay?
Exactly. Ooh, this is a good question. What was or is, maybe it still is, your biggest fear growing up?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say, I think it has always stuck with me since I was young. My biggest fear is not being successful. That's my big,
You do stress yourself out about that.
I do, and I stress a lot.
You do.
I stress a lot about the future because I'm so adamant and passionate about my future. I envision all these great qualities, all these great people, and just, being in a certain position at some point in my life where I've achieved a lot and I've overcame a lot. I just can't fail. I can't fail. There's no way. I'm not, first of all, I'm going to put it out into the universe. I'm not going to fail.
There you go.
Because I know my future
Affirmation is important.
Exactly. Manifestation, claiming that. I know I'm going to be successful and I know my future.
The next question is, what's your favorite activity to do?
I would say my most favorite activity to do would be traveling. Yes, and I love to eat because I'm a fat ass. I do. But
this girl can put some food away. Do not be fooled.
And I'm only 5'1", so
and a half on a good day.
But that's why I'm Thickiana. Yeah. But yes, I would say my number one is traveling. I love the feeling that I get when I travel. Yes. I was just saying this to my mom because I went away to Mexico for my birthday. Oh my God.
We went away?
We. Right. You know what I mean, girl. But we went away to Mexico for my birthday. And the feeling that I just got from it is just like, you feel free. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just this feeling of feeling free and not feeling like you have to worry about what's going on in your life right now. Traveling for me is like an escape from reality. And I said this to my mom. I said, I feel like we always talk about different dimensions, like outer space. But I feel like here on Earth, around the globe, like when you go to different countries, to me those are like different dimensions that you tap into. Yeah. And I don't know if some people will understand what I'm saying, but because if you think about it, you're totally stepping out of your norm, your daily routine, and you're stepping into
a different world.
Yeah, a different world. Different and it's country, like culture, language, food. And I just love experiencing stuff like that. I think it also just opens up my mind and my perspective to things that are going on in society, not just within where, you know, I live in New York, but outside of New York. Right. And I just love it. I love traveling. Traveling is like number one. I want to travel everywhere. Yeah. Literally. Like
which is a good segue into the next question, which is, if you could go visit anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Damn, because there's a lot of places I want to visit too. There's a lot. I would say I really want to go to like Ethiopia, because first of all, I get people who say that I look Ethiopian already. Yes. So it would be really interesting to just be surrounded by women, beautiful women. These are like gorgeous, beautiful women who look like me. And just to experience the culture, the food, the music, the vibe, the atmosphere, I think I would definitely enjoy that. Yeah.
And that reminds me, we need to do the DNA test. I'm sure like this right here.
She's trying to come at me for my forehead, son. I do got a big ass forehead, but guess what? They say the most beautiful women have the biggest foreheads.
And that's what I was saying. Like in Ethiopia, then that is a sign of beauty. Yes. In Ethiopia. Like my girl Sade once again.
Sade.
You know, so it would be nice to do the DNA test and go visit there. Yes. A couple of countries.
What would be yours? Africa. What would be your...
Oh, you know mine.
Egypt. She wants to go to Egypt. She loves like the Egyptian history, ancient.
I'm obsessed with it.
Pyramids, and she watches Ancient Aliens, all this stuff. I know it. I think I'm gonna treat her one day.
Oh, y'all heard that? Y'all my witnesses. Yes.
I'm gonna treat her for one of her birthdays. I'm not gonna say when, but one of her birthdays, I'm gonna treat her to go to Egypt.
Ooh, yeah, I got witnesses. Thank goodness.
It's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Don't forget my cruise up the Nile River. That has to be in my vacation package.
It gotta be over the top, cause you know how these Virgos are.
Final question for the evening is, what's your goal in life?
I just want to really leave my mark in this world. I really want to be able to share beautiful experiences with people, you know, learn from people as well, learn more about myself and who I am as an individual. And my goal is just really to be successful, and with that, use my platform to create peace in this world. Ultimately, I just really always want to have the right mindset and keep that in mind, so that way I'm spreading it amongst other people. And I really just want to do good for not only myself, but I want to see my loved ones, my family, you know, when I do decide to have children, my partner, whoever that shall be in the future. You know, I just really want to coexist in a world that's full of peace and love. But you know, it's not realistic, but that's just how I envision it myself.
That's a good goal to have.
Yes.
Ultimately.
That pretty much wraps up this Q&A. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and the more content I do create for you guys, you know, you guys will really start to see who I am as a person and get to just know more about my lifestyle and my journey. So make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure y'all turn on your post notifications, and please do leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know what type of content y'all would like to see from me, and I would do my best to try to stay connected with you all. So thank you once again.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.